Huge emergency update. Hope you guys had a nice weekend, but there's so many things to discuss here today, and I'm also, because there's so many news, it's pretty incredible, which actually affect the crypto prices right now and creates a lot of uncertainty, but it also shows you exactly what is going to be the best bet in the entire bull run, in my personal humble opinion. So I'm going to reveal it today, but everything in due time. I'll just show you everything strategically and concisely. So if you're brand new to the channel, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and just enjoy. So let's get into this. Technically, Ethereum, this support that we've had, which was quite important, we kind of are retesting it right now and are kind of losing this support. Bitcoin is still standing quite strong relative to everything, but technically everything looks kind of stable for the time being. However, let me point out a few obvious things that probably is going to change your mind as to what is going to be the biggest winner in this entire bull run. And then we're going to also go over some very important news. A quick reminder that this week is going to be pretty important. We're going to have CPI inflation, which is going to come out on Wednesday, PPI inflation, jobless claims, and consumer sentiment, and inflation expectations on Friday. So this week is going to be pretty volatile, possibly because of all these data coming out, especially considering that next week, on the 18th, we are expecting the interest rate decision and the press conference from Jerome Powell from Fed. So we'll see what happens. And next thing you want to pay attention to is what is happening with Bitcoin and ETFs. They're actually being sold off, while Ethereum, they keep buying. This is first piece of the puzzle I want you to pay attention to, but just keep this in mind as we go. Next thing that is happening right now is huge protests that are happening in Los Angeles right now in California because of all this all this deportation that is happening in the United States, and it's creating a lot of turmoil. And a lot of people are actually pretty scared because even National Guard with a bunch of ammunition and stuff has been deployed in Los Angeles. So, well, yeah, it's not great. Los Angeles has been faring not the best in the recent months. So, our thoughts to the community of Los Angeles, but this is also creating a lot of added uncertainty. But again, this is all just feeding the entire picture. Then you will understand exactly what all of this means. Next thing is what I want to show you guys is this right here. And I'm showing you this for a reason. Please listen carefully here. If you are into crypto and if you're trading actively and you're a trader, especially day trader, this is what you want for the most part. I think that, let me know that in the comments if you're one of those people. As soon as you start trading, you put on a few indicators here and there, you start trading actively, and down the road, this is what you're Googling during the night after you trade with your 5,000 bucks. Tell me in the comments if that's you. And unfortunately, the reason why I'm showing you this is because unless you're trading with, I don't know, let's say $250,000, and then you have reasonable expectations for portfolio growth, even if you're trading spot or if you're trading futures, let me show you what is realistic. Because when you're looking at all these people in social media, forex traders, I don't want to name any names, but you know all of them, that are supposedly turning $100 into 3 million or whatever it is that they're doing. You do understand that probabilities wise it is possible, kinda, but the chances are 0.0000. Like, you have more chances of winning in a casino just by placing on red on a roulette and being right 10 times in a row than actually turning 5K in day trading into a Lambo in 3 months. I hope you understand this. That's why I want to show you something that is realistic. This is the public statistic of our Crawler Trading Club for the last over 12 months. This is basically what it looks like. This is the proper approach to even, well, it's not full statistics, but this is just an overview statistic. And this is what we were able to achieve with 1% risk per trade in the last 14 months, 15 months. This is, in my opinion, an amazing freaking result. Then the amount of money doesn't matter because everybody has a different starting point. But this is realistic. First of all, not always is a profit. And second of all, sometimes you make 16%, sometimes you make 3%. And this is reasonable because, our members, of course, could have achieved much more if they would be risking more. But then if you would be risking 5 times more to make 5 times more in this 1 year, on a month like this, you could come close to a total liquidation. And this is how real numbers work. This is when you understand deep trading strategies and you understand how trading really works. You will understand that out of 5K into something like this, even in a year or 2 or 3 years, is close to impossible unless you're lucky as Charlie Chaplin. It just is incredibly difficult to achieve. And if you want to keep gambling and you want to keep researching what kind of Lamborghini to buy with your 5K deposit, so be it. But if you are prone to something that is realistic and something that is sustainable and something that is replicable, I'm doing an exclusive event on the 12th, 8 p.m. Dubai time, linked to the access to which is down in the description to this video. It's free. We're going to discuss proper trading strategies which can yield you this kind of really sustainable and consistent result. We're going to discuss futures trading strategies. We're going to discuss spot trading strategies. We're going to discuss what are the narratives that are most important for 2025, 2026. So come about on June 12th at 8 p.m. Dubai time or 6 p.m. Central European time. It's going to be a very good place where you can learn a lot, which is going to be on Thursday. So I will see you there. Now, let's move on to the next piece of news. FOMC, what I've just discussed. Poly market users predict a 98% chance that Fed will not make any rate cut changes on June 18th. And as you might remember previously, they actually were supposed to, and the market expected them to do so. However, this has drastically changed in the last month or so, just because of all the things that are happening in the world, what Trump is doing, the tariffs, and just inflation data, even though it's quite close to their target. This is not great. So we really want to see what is going to happen next week and what Jerome Powell is going to say, because if he is going to cut rates, this is going to be quite bullish, and I think that the market is not even pricing it in at this point. So if it does happen, which the chances are like 2%, this could be quite good. Next thing, what I want you to pay attention to, and this is going to feed and is going to lead me into discussing what I think is going to be the best play in this entire bull run. So $2 billion worth of stablecoins were moved in the Ethereum blockchain in the past 7 days. $2 billion of stablecoins. And I remember you talked about Solana. Where is Solana? Garbage. Where is Sui? Right here. Where is Toncoin? Hey, here, this is Ethereum. So you Solana boys, enjoy this. Enjoy, especially after the launch of the token Pump.fun. You're gonna love it. So enjoy your Solana thing, your meme coin casino. So this first piece. Second piece is over 340,000 ETH worth $1 billion are now queued for Ethereum staking, the highest level in over a year amid rising demand for SEC post-SEC guidance. This is absolutely huge. And I think that this is also kind of showing us that institutionals are starting to slowly front-run the fact that they will be adding staking to the Ethereum ETF sooner or later. It's starting to become more and more a reality, which is going to completely shift the narrative of Ethereum for institutionals on Wall Street. So, and next thing, what I want you to pay attention to is that, as they say here, that it's hard to ignore Ethereum right now. Ethereum weekly engagement is smashing all-time highs. And this is about what I look like right now. Even Evadex, as you might remember, it's an L3 on Arbitrum for the settlement layer of all the transactions, which like the base of it all is obviously Ethereum, and this is what we look like in the team right now. So Ethereum is starting to awaken, and even though technically we have lost this level here, I don't really care much. Here over on Bybit, and by the way, if you want to trade on Bybit, there is a link to it in the description of this video. You can claim up to 42% discount on trading fees and up to $30,000 initial deposit bonuses. And you can always create a new account on Bybit if you already have an existing one with a different form of identification, such as a driver's license, so you can actually take advantage of these bonuses. But it's up to you. I'll leave it at that. So when it comes to my tiny bitty micro long trade on ETH, I've moved my stop loss into no loss. And if it moves against us, it's fine. It's going to be a no loss trade. But overall, my orders are still there for ETH and also for Sol at 128. I'm not going to really trade Sol above 128. No, thank you. So therefore, I'm kind of risk-free at this point. But in my opinion, since I've given you the update here, guys, Ethereum, I think, is still one of the most undervalued assets in the history of crypto right now, being second the biggest and second most important, even fundamentally, technically, ecosystemically, whatever you want to call it. And the targets remain the same, 8K, 9K, 12K. So considering all the things that I've just mentioned, if you still don't believe in Ethereum, well, it's up to you, but you should probably do some research. And as again, that's why one of my biggest bets is right here. And if you want to make this type of money, probably Ethereum is going to be a good bet as well. But if you want to achieve something sustainable, though, and something that you can control, I'd suggest come on Thursday at 8 p.m. Dubai time or 6 p.m. Central European time. And you're also welcome to check out, while you're waiting for this event, check out this video popping up on the screen. This is where I detail exactly why 97% of traders never make it to Limbo. and they actually make up the statistic of losing traders, and it's actually pretty straightforward. But most people, most of you watching, don't know this, even though you think you're the smartest. So check out this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.